Was it love, or were you just being love bombed? If it felt too good to be true, like you were finally seen, chosen, adored, it felt warm and fuzzy inside. You felt loved, you felt appreciated, you felt valued, and then it fell all apart just as quickly. It wasn't love, it was manipulation. I'm Namita Purohit, a leadership and life coach, and this podcast is sponsored by the HealStrong program, my signature 5-step program based on Eastern wisdom and Western psychology to help you make a full recovery from toxic narcissistic abuse. In this video, I'll explain what love bombing really is. I'll share a story of my client and why even very successful high achievers fall for it and how to break free completely. So this client of mine, a HealStrong hero, and I'm changing her name for privacy. Very successful in her career, heading a few continents in her work of whatever she was doing, and very confident, respected, and independent in her thinking. And she had multiple failed relationships. She was really looking for the one, but she wasn't able to get the one, and it was difficult for her. And then came along AJ. And he called her his soulmate within 2 weeks. He sent her flowers, he appreciated her beauty, wanted to spend every moment with her, talked about how smart she was, told her how wonderful she was, said that he's the only one with her with whom he's able to have those very intelligent conversations. And he said that no one's ever understood me like you. I've never felt so close to anyone. This part of my life I never shared with anyone. And you're the one. And she likes red. He likes red. She likes orange juice. He likes orange juice. He's just mirroring her completely. And Rhea, because she had so many failed attempts at finding a partner for herself. Everything that she was experiencing with AJ, she was just so happy. She just felt like so full. She felt so complete. She felt so warm and fuzzy all the time while, all of this was going on, and, her thoughts were consumed. And any moment she was away from him, she was pining for him. And then he would send her beautiful text messages and write poetry and, send a lot of messages with a lot of emoticons and some suggestive messages too that made her feel wanted and loved and all of that. And Rhea was completely hooked. But soon that warmth turned cold. Once she was hooked and once, she felt that the relationship was solid and she was finally feeling happy and settled, he started to criticize her, dismiss her needs, gaslight her reality, criticize her for the very things he had appreciated her in the past. And that made her so confused. She was like, what is this happening? Where am I going wrong? What is it that I need to fix in myself? What do I need to do here? And she continued staying, not because she didn't know better, but because he felt like home to her. And he felt like home to her because of all that she had experienced in the initial part of the relationship. So she thought if something has changed right now, the initial part was real, and what's changed right now is probably her fault, and she needs to do something to fix herself so that she can get his love again. So you see, love bombing doesn't work because you're naive. It works because it mirrors what your nervous system thinks is normal. So she was raised with conditional love. She was raised with thinking that she wasn't good enough, that she had to be perfect to earn people's love, that she wasn't fine the way she wasn't lovable the way she was. She didn't grow up valuing herself. So then when comes along, when somebody like Ajay comes along, AJ comes along, she's so happy and she's feeling like, wow, this is true love. And then that pattern continues. Even when that gaslighting and that demeaning starts, that pattern of wanting to earn love continues. And in Eastern wisdom, we call this Maya. This kind of love is Maya. It's illusion that veils the truth. And just like the deer who's enchanted by the beautiful flute he's hearing in the forest and he's going towards it, but that's a trap by a hunter, victims of narcissists or empaths can get lured by sweet words right into a trap. Now, love bombing is the first stage of narcissistic abuse. It's also called as idealization. So in this series of 4 videos, I'm going to cover the different stages of narcissistic abuse, and this is the first video in the series. Now, love bombing is not real love. It's strategic over-attention designed to hook your nervous system. I repeat, it's strategic over-attention. Over-attention has been given to you very strategically, and that is being done so that your nervous system can be hooked into it. And they use this intensity. They become very intense in this love bombing stage because they want you to bypass your intuition. Something in your intuition will be saying to you, something's not right, it's not feeling right, this is not good. But because the speed and the intensity of the love bombing is so high, you tend to bypass your intuition, and you also feel so good, so loved and so warm and fuzzy that you tend to bypass your intuition. And they flood you with affection. So you bond very quickly with them. And then once you're bonded, then they control you. They control the narrative. Now, for high achievers who still grew up not valuing themselves, their feelings, their needs, not valuing their emotions, and who felt that they had to be put on perfect behavior, they felt that they had to be the ones in charge to fix things, and they haven't received love growing up. All this flooding of love, this love bombing, this idealization that you're my ideal partner, it feels like healing, but it's not. It's a repetition of a cycle you didn't choose, but it's an internalized system inside of you. And I'm not saying that it's your fault, but you were craving for love, you were looking for love. And narcissists can be master manipulators, and you can get totally, the best of the people, even psychotherapists can get manipulated by them. They're masters. They've been doing that over various lifetimes. So it's very difficult to not fall for their trap. Very difficult. Now, how do you break free? The first is slow down. Real love doesn't rush you, right? And real love stays. So just by, I'm getting so much love, and let me hurry into overcommitting to them or connecting with them or doing the next step with them. Or it may get over. No, real love doesn't rush, and real love doesn't run away. Real love stays. The second is listen to your discomfort, not your fantasy. I know you're feeling warm and fuzzy. You're feeling all good. You're feeling so loved. You're feeling so wonderful. But you got to learn how to listen to your intuition, listen to your discomfort. Have that moment in silence where you are paying attention to what is discomforting inside of you in this love bombing that you're facing. And even if that warm and fuzzy loved feeling is very strong, and it's telling you every muscle of your body, it's being told that, hey, give up this thing that, this intuition and your discomfort. Just look at this. This is warm and fuzzy, feeling so good. But no, you gotta take a pause, and you gotta acknowledge all the feelings that are happening inside of you. And the third is that you got to rebuild your inner foundation, that you're not chasing love, you're not running for love, but you have enough self-love and you are self-partnered enough that you can stay in your place, feel those warm and fuzzy feelings, and decide whether you want to go ahead with the next step or not with that person. And in the Bhagavad Gita, Lord Sri Krishna says very beautifully that he who is not disturbed by the incessant flow of desires, he alone attains peace. So when you have these intense feelings in this love bombing stage, you want to watch them, be an observer of your desires, and not get carried away in the flow of those desires and just allow them to take you wherever they're taking you. You want to be an observer, and you want to see what's happening. You want to observe all your feelings and then make a decision. And that's when you get peace. Peace comes when we stop confusing intensity with intimacy. When we learn to see clearly and choose wisely. And that's to whom, peace comes. And if you've ever been caught in this cycle of love bombing, confusion, and discard, and then maybe hoovering, I want you to know it's not your fault. It's not your fault at all. And full recovery is not just about beating yourself up or going no contact or closing yourself to relationships because you don't know, you may be love bombed and you won't be able to see through. It's about healing the part of you that thought love had to be earned and that you're not worthy of love and learning how to love yourself in a spiritual way. And that's why I've created the HealStrong program for high achievers like you who are ready to come back home to themselves. Join the HealStrong program today. You can see the link in the description below, and it should also flash on the screen as a card, as a clickable card. And I'd love for you so that you can feel yourself again. You can be loved without being used. And if you are in a toxic relationship right now, or you have gone through multiple toxic partners, or you are just recovering and healing from a toxic partnership, the HealStrong program is here for you. Your space, your holding space to help you feel like yourself again, to help you come back to yourself again, and to make you ready for life and make you ready to thrive. So it's time to stop surviving, and it's time to start living. And I welcome you inside.